All right, not gonna lie, I've been listening to the last one standing since September 29th, 2021 at 11 p.m. And I just been listening to it nonstop. I flipped the coin. If I got heads, I listened to it for the entire month of October. If I got tails, I listened to it till October 6th, and I got heads 3 times in a row. And yeah, I've basically been listening to it nonstop. And thank God I found a 10-hour song, 10-hour video of the song on repeat and everything. But yeah, I've just been listening to it because it's just too damn good. Oh, welcome back to another video on the channel. Wait, what? What the hell did I just say? You know what? That doesn't matter. Point is that welcome to the spoiler review for Venom: The Carnage. I've given everyone a week to see the movie before spoilers, and now we've arrived to the spoiler review. But anyways, I've took notes all day during school because I taking notes is just. I guess it's better for me, Like for example, I took notes for Black Widow, Trollhunters: Rise of the Titans, and I guess what if or something. But still, anyways, let's get down to business on my spoiler thoughts for Venom: The Carnage, which is still playing in theaters and is doing well at the box office. Which thank freaking God. And I was supposed to make a video about that this Monday, but obviously things don't go according to plan. I will be making that, so do stay tuned for that if you've subscribed. Ring the bell if you subscribe. Be sure to ring the bell so you don't miss it. Anyways, let's get. I'm not even talking regularly. I don't know what's going on with me today, but let's get started. Anyway, so yeah, a lot happens in I guess the first 10 minutes, or pretty much the opening scene of Venom's Carnage. But we do get to see a flashback of young Cletus Cassidy and Shriek as teenagers. And okay, I gotta talk about this because I saw this from Soups on Twitter. He tweeted this. Wow, Sony really tried to make Cletus Cassidy and Shriek as Joker and Harley Quinn, and then I realized it hit me. It made sense. It made sense because like I wasn't getting any vibes from the movie about it, but when I thought about it, oh my, they got something in common or something. But just basically what I'm trying to say is that, OMG, Sony really tried to make Click This and Shriek into Marvel's version of the Joker and Harley Quinn. But I can understand if people might not be a fan of those two as a couple. I mean, they both fell in love in the comics, from what I've heard. But in the movie, either I'm going crazy or I got 2016's Suicide Squad vibes, which probably didn't. But still, after seeing that tweet, I'm now thinking about it and just, oh wow, they feel like Marvel's versions of Joker or Harley Quinn. I don't know. But it's just been going on in my mind for ever since. I don't know how long, but still. But yeah, either I'm going crazy or I got 26 vibes. And then with Cletus Cassidy as Joker and Shriek as Harley Quinn. But still, I honestly didn't mind the romance between these two. If anything, these two falling in love with each other in the movie was probably one of the best parts for them too. And yeah, I'm being honest with that because they're kind of cute together, even though they're both kind of psychopaths. Okay, that was weird. But still, basically what I'm trying to say is that I didn't mind the romance between Cletus Cassidy and Shriek. I thought it was interesting. Another thing, which is probably my only negative I have for this movie, and that is the runtime. It is a bit rushed, I'll say, and I would have wanted this to be 2 hours long, but sadly it's 90 minutes long. But it's still a good movie. But this entire movie is pretty much a bromance going on for both Eddie and Venom, but they do end up breaking up since Venom wants to eat bad guys and Eddie wants to make sure that he doesn't get thrown into Area 51, as he says in the both movie and trailer, because of Venom eating bad guys. But one of the funny parts about the breakup scene is not only they beating the crap out of each other in Eddie's apartment, but Venom flips off Eddie, which and I'll be honest, I wasn't laughing much in the movie, but I wouldn't say that's a bad thing because it is a funny movie. There are some funny moments throughout the movie, and probably one of my favorite funny moments from the movie is when Venom flips off Eddie, and I feel like if my mom saw that, she'd be laughing her butt off. But one of the best sequences that went down in this movie was the breakout scene where Carnage was born thanks to Cletus Cassidy biting Eddie's hand and somehow gets Eddie's blood which turns the goose of Venom. And of course, did a reaction for that, which I was disappointed with the 30-second clip we got, but then we got an extended sneak peek, which was so much better. But like the entire sequence was just like, oh, that was awesome. Now that's what I call maximum carnage. But like, that's probably one of my favorite parts about about the movie, because one of the best parts for this movie is Carnage, which he's probably now one of my most favorite symbiotes. I mean, Riot was good, but Carnage, oh, he's let's just say he's better than Riot. Now here are my thoughts with Carnage's voice, since I have been curious to know what it would sound like, because I was having a feeling that maybe he won't talk in this one. I don't know. I'll have to find out once I check this movie out. But he does talk in this movie, and Carnage's voice is so freaking badass. I dig it so freaking much. And one of my favorite scenes from Carnage has to be when he says this line. And I said this in my spoiler-free review, but I didn't want to spoil it, and I want to save it for my spoiler review. So now that you're watching my spoiler review, I'll tell you what he said. He said, "Let there be carnage." I completely lost my mind when he said that, because where was I? I lost track. Oh, sorry, I lost track. So yeah, he said, "Let there be carnage." The best part about it was that he said the freaking title of the movie, but that's probably my number one most favorite scene or most favorite line from Carnage in this movie. Just him saying, "Let there be carnage," because that's the title of the movie. Here's something I want to mention about. So my brother had like a theory, which was Cletus Cassidy really didn't care about Shriek, and that he was using her and would probably kill her off or something. I kind of disagree with him on that, because I saw a featurette on YouTube about Shriek for Venom to be Carnage, and after watching it, I'm like, yeah, no, dude, no, I'm sorry, no, I just watched a featurette of Shriek. He cares about her, and he really does care about her in this entire movie. Which again, I did like the romance between Cletus Cassidy and Shriek. But where was I? Lost track of it. Sorry. I saw a feature on YouTube about Shriek, but I was concerned about their relationship, because she can suck up sound and use it as a weapon, and that's pretty much bad news for both Venom and Carnage, since I guess sound waves is their weaknesses, along with fire. And what else? Oh yeah, what my brother should have been concerned was Carnage not giving an F about Shriek and just wants to straight up kill her off because her powers, which makes it difficult for Cletus and Carnage to get along with each other or work together, since, like Eddie said in the movie, they're not symbiotic. But like for example, one of the lines that Carnage says to Shriek, like, "If she opens her mouth again, I'll rip her face off." So yes, Carnage was not a fan of Shriek, mainly for her powers. Now, I wouldn't say this is a negative thing, but it was something I was upset about, and that is Cletus Cassidy gets killed off in this movie. And that is one of the things I was spoiled about. So there's two things I was spoiled for Venom 2. One, Carnage's death. Two, the damn post-credit scenes. Mainly the post-credit scenes, which I am never going to get over it. I mean, now that I know, I'm still not going to get over it, because I'm just going to feel guilty about it for the rest of my life. Like how I've been feeling guilty that I've spoiled myself for Infinity War and Endgame. Yes, I'm not over that. I've been feeling guilty ever since 2018 and 19. But so yeah, I was so upset for Cletus Cassidy to die, and that, well, again, one of those things I was spoiled about, because I wanted to see more of Carnage. Because like I said, I wish this movie was 2 hours long, because I wanted to see more in this movie. You know, I would have wanted it to be 2 hours long, but sadly it's 90 minutes long. And I honestly was not a fan of Shriek, but I didn't hate her. Just wasn't a fan of her. And if I'm being honest, I would have wanted to see more of Shriek as well. So, yeah. But one of my favorite lines from Venom, right before he bites off Cletus's head, he says, "F this guy!" And boom, he just bites his head off. Which, and good, this guy, I kind of saw this coming. I knew there would be an F-bomb, whether it come from Cletus or anyone in this entire movie. But I knew there was going to be an F-bomb. Whether I knew back in 2018 or 19 or 20, it's 2020. It's one of those years. But I freaking called it. I freaking called it that they drop an F-bomb. Since PG-13 movies sometimes drop 1 or 2 F-bombs. And my dad next to me is like, did he just say the F-bomb? And I'm just like, yeah, he just said the F-bomb. Because like Rylan was like, I don't know how Rylan reacted, But I figured my dad asked me because he noticed how Ryland reacted to Venom dropping the F-bomb, so yeah. Oh my god, I forgot to write this down. Okay, so I don't know if I said this in my spoiler-free review, but I remember saying this in my Venom review. So I pretty much had called bets, like, Dan's gonna get killed off. He's gonna get killed by Carnage. Because main reason for that is because so Eddie and Anne would get back together. But now that I'm older, and yeah, I'm kind of wishing I took that back, because Dan was kind of a hero in this movie, because what he did. Well, I got a bell. I got a bell for Dan, because like I honestly like Dan from the first one, and I thought it was all right. But in this movie, he I don't know where he came from, but he like pours gasoline with with fire. He basically does. I don't know what it is, but basically gasoline and just fire or something. I don't know how to explain, but basically he does that. You want to he does this, and he's like, fire and sound, but without the sound. Which I'm just like, okay, now I can see what they were talking about that day. It was a bit of a movie. Because I saw a review from Film Stoked about Violence for Carnage, and he said something about Dan being there, and I'm like, that's a bit of a spoiler, isn't it? But now I know what he did. Yeah, bravo to Dan for just lighting Carnage on fire, since, of course, that's one of the weaknesses for the symbiotes. Not only sound waves are their weaknesses, but fire is their weaknesses. And Riot died from being burned alive in a rocket from the last movie. Yeah. Anyways, another thing. So I had then, because something happened in the movie which kind of made me lose my crap, and then I realized, wait a minute. I remember this, because there's something I kind of kept in mind, had in my head for a long time, from watching the trailer breakdowns for Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and the stuff that I remember from the trailer breakdowns were stuff that had to do with Detective Patrick Mulligan, mainly how he becomes Toxin, which I'm like, why do I feel like I've heard that before? That name, but okay, that's interesting. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to see in a couple of months or something, because the reason I'm bringing this up, because at first, I thought Shriek had killed him off for good, and I'm like, oh my god, is he dead? Is he dead? And then it shows him looking alive, like, oh, he's alive, and then his eyes turn blue. I don't know what color, but his eyes changed, and I'm like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? And then he says, monsters. And then I realized, oh my god, guys, that's Toxin. I'm like losing my mind right now. And this is actually one of my favorite scenes from the movie, because this just set up something we're probably going to see in Venom 3. Because it looks like Toxin is probably going to be the main villain for Venom 3. If I remember correctly, Toxin is apparently powerful than both Venom and Carnage. And also, Toxin is an offspring of Carnage, since Carnage is an offspring of Venom. But still, I completely lost my mind. I'm like, dude, that's Toxin. And Taylor's like, wait a minute, who's Toxin? They're just confused whatever the hell I'm talking about. But like, I'm just losing my mind. Like, Toxin. Oh my god, it's Toxin. But still, oh my god, I completely lost my mind about that. I don't even know how Detective Mulligan got infected from Carnage. I wasn't even paying attention. I need to watch the movie again, try to pay attention or something. But so yeah, the reason I'm bringing that is because somehow he gets infected by Carnage, and now Toxin has been born and is an offspring of Carnage. So it may look like he'll be the villain for Venom 3, which I am looking forward to see. I am now looking forward to see Toxin in the big screen. But I'm mainly looking forward to Toxin. I'm just. So what's this design gonna be like? I don't know. I mean, it has been announced that Venom 3 is gonna be happening. I mean, it's doing well at the box office, which thank freaking God, because Sony was still concerned about delaying No Way Home, but after what Venom 2 did at the box office, which was not bombing at all, Sony's like, you know what? This Venom 2 did well at the box office, so guys, we should not delay No Way Home, because No Way Home's gonna earn like $1 billion at the box office, so keep it released in December 17th. But still, that's what I'm trying to say is that with how it's doing well at the box office, ain't no way in hell that No Way Home is gonna get delayed. So thank God for that. Anyways, now I've talked about my thoughts for the entire movie. Now it's time for the post-credit scenes, which this is one of the things I was anticipated to see before going into the movie because everyone everyone had been talking about the damn post-credit scenes, and I was wondering what was the big deal with the post-credit scenes. And I'm just like, okay, what's the big deal? Like apparently the post-credit scenes is one of the best parts for the movie or something. I don't know, but still, now that I've seen it, actually no, I'm just gonna rate it what I wrote here. But one of the best parts about the movie was the effing post-credit scenes, which, first of all, I'll never get over the fact that I was spoiled for the movie. And second of all, now that I know why everyone has been talking about the post-credit scenes and what have they been talking about? And that post-credit scenes had to do with Venom entering the MCU. And no, I'm not kidding or joking. He's actually entered the MCU. But you're probably wondering, is he like no wait, hold up. But let me be clear on something. So sadly Venom will not be staying in the MCU. Let's just say he's just visiting or is having a vacation in MCU. Like for example, I'm having vacation. I'm in Washington. I go to Las Vegas and pretend Las Vegas is the MCU and I'm having a vacation there for 3 months. And then once those 3 months are up, I go back home. Basically, Venom is just going to be having a vacation, just visiting the MCU for a little while, and then eventually he's going to have to go back to his universe, and he needs to go back anyways because of Toxin. But sadly he won't be staying in the MCU. Let's just say he's staying having a vacation in the MCU, but will eventually go back to the universe because eventually he's going to have to go. Eventually, he is going to have to go back, and he needs to go back because of Toxin. But why is he in the MCU? Marvel and Sony are setting up the Venom versus Spider-Man movie. Whether that's going to be its own thing, or a versus movie, or a Venom 3. But we'll have to find out. I mean, they haven't announced Venom 3, or in other words, they haven't greenlit it, which they're definitely greenlit. We're going to get a third Venom movie. Just wait. It's happening. Just gotta be patient. And it may take a while. But again, I'll be talking about my thoughts for Venom 3, so stay tuned. But yeah, but it is happening. But is it happening right away or next year? No, it'll probably happen either 2023 or 2024. But whether we have to wait for who knows how long for this fight to go down, it's still happening. We just gotta be patient about it and wait. And the wait will be worth it. We just gotta be patient. Like for example, the wait was worth it for Venom 2. But yeah, so yeah. Anyways, now back to my thoughts for the post credit scenes, which has to be one of the best post credit scenes I have seen in the history of post credit scenes, which is insane. It's oh my god! This is the number one best post credit scene. And am I gonna need to do a ranking for basically best post credit scenes from worst to best or something? I don't know, but again, this is the number one best post credit scenes. I say this is the number one best post credit scenes I have ever seen in the history of post credit scenes. But I did record my reaction for it. But I won't upload it until the right time comes, basically when the movie is out on DVD or something. So expect to see my reaction probably around January or February, depending on one of those months. So basically expect it around between December, January, or February. Because I would upload it now, but I don't want to risk getting a copyright claim or worse, a strike. But I have posted it on my TikTok, which is still up. So yeah, if you want to check out my reaction on my TikTok, link to my TikTok is in the description below. Or search up Matro.1324. And what is going on with webcam.io? It's kind of glitching at the moment. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my Chromebook. It's kind of screwing with me at the moment. But anyways, it looks like it's working now. So as I was saying, where was I? Oh crap, I lost track.
I love you, son.
Why do you do that? I should have saw that coming. All right, now I remember. Okay, so does this mean that Venom is the 6th member for the multiversal Sinister Six? No, that does not mean he's the 6th member for the Sinister Six. But that doesn't mean he's not in No Way Home. But is he in No Way Home? Let me just clarify something or be clear on something. Another thing you should know about Venom and No Way Home. No, he won't. Again, he won't be the sixth member for the Sinister Six, and two, he won't be in the entire movie, sadly. And as I explained this in my movie vlog part 2 for Venom the Carnage, I'm like, as much as I want to see Venom in No Way Home, it just feels a bit too soon, or it just doesn't feel right at all, or something. I don't know, but so yeah, he won't be in the entire movie, but he'll mainly be a post-credit scene tease. Because at first, again, like I said, there was no way he could be in No Way Home. For some reason, it just didn't feel right, and it felt too soon. And again, as much as I wanted to see Venom No Way Home, I just felt like it was too soon. Like, it's a bit too soon, right? You know, it's a bit too soon. But then I thought maybe he is in the movie, but not in the entire movie, but mainly in the post-credit scene. Now, either I thought of that or my dad did. It was probably my dad who probably thought of he'll probably be in a post-credit scene tease, which he technically has a point. So he's probably gonna appear in the movie, but as a post-credit scene tease for the Venom versus SpiderMan movie. But so yeah, where was I? So yeah, he'll mainly be a post-credit scene tease. But yeah, he's most likely gonna be a post-credit scene tease for No Way Home, because, like I said earlier, they're setting up the Tom Holland Spider-Man versus Tom Hardy Venom. And another thing you should know, we have not had a rematch of Spider-Man versus Venom since 2007 Spider-Man 3. But another thing you should know, Venom is finally going to get the spider logo on his chest, which is about damn time, because I guess I was upset about it back in 2018. I'm like, wait a minute. Where's the spider logo? Shouldn't he have a spider logo on his chest? And now he's finally gonna get the spider logo, which thank freaking God. Not that I'm like, just one thing I don't like about Venom is that he doesn't have the spider logo. I wasn't like that. It's just I was a bit upset about, like, oh man, he doesn't have the spider logo. But he's gonna get the spider logo. He's gonna get it. Which is still. I'm really glad that this is happening, which is just freaking crazy to me. But here's what I had noticed. Something. So yeah, that video I made where I talked about the reactions for Venom 2, but also the post-credit scene leak description. That post-credit scene that video I reacted about that post-credit scene, it was technically both real and fake. So let me explain about the fake part. So the fake part was the audio, because it was not in the movie. Because when I saw it in theaters, the audio wasn't there. It was completely different, so that just proved that the audio was fake. But let me explain about the real part for why this was real. The description from the post-credit scenes was real/true, especially for Eddie and Venom hanging out at the beach after defeating Carnage. But, so yeah, that's what I'm trying to say is that that video where I reacted about that post-credit scene being leaked, it was technically both real and fake. The fake part was the audio, because that wasn't featured in the movie. Because the fake audio was Mysterio exposing Spider-Man's identity, and then Venom says, "That good, looks tasty." But in the movie, it's just Venom walking up to the screen, J. Jonah Jameson exposing Spider-Man, Peter's identity, and then Venom's like, "That guy," and then licks the screen. But even though the audio was fake, it was still the post-credit scene was kind of real, mainly for the description of the post-credit scene. So, yeah, I.M. You were technically both right and wrong about that post-credit scene that I reacted to possibly being fake, which is pretty crazy. So, yeah, you're basically both right and wrong about it. So, yeah. But now I shall start the countdown for not only the Venom versus Spider-Man movie, but also for Venom 3. Unless Venom 3 will be about Venom versus Spider-Man, but we shall see in the near future, because it may be a long time until we get a third Venom movie. But that's all I gotta talk about for my spoiler review for Venom the Carnage. Let me know your thoughts, spoiler thoughts for Venom the Carnage, comes down below. And what was your most favorite part about the movie? Did you like the movie? Or did you mainly like the post-credit scene? I liked both. But yeah, again, let me know your spoiler thoughts about Venom 2 in the comments down below. And yeah, stay tuned for another Venom video, which will be my theories for Venom 3. And yeah, as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.